Good day, everyone. I am Ms. Divina S. Sevilla, currently teaching at the Oton Central Elementary School, handling 2nd grade. Today, me and my groupmates were going to discuss our report in Theories and Principles in Educational Management, Chapter 2, which is about the concept of organization. Under this, the topics are basic components of organization to be discussed by Mrs. Eden Ross E. Kamat. Next is the authority in organization and structure to be presented by Mrs. Jonalyn B. Panto. And lastly, the classification of organization to be discussed by Mrs. Margaret A. Villanueva and yours truly. The objectives of our topic are the following. Define the concept of organization. Classify the components of organization. Discuss authority in organization and structure and classification of organization. Enumerate the different classification of organization.
Good day, everyone. I'm Eden Ross T. Kamat from Sambaludan Elementary School. My topic is all about the concept of organization and the basic components of organization. The concept of organization is a process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining and delegating the responsibility and authority, and establishing the relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing common objectives. It has been one of the most abiding points of interest of modern organizational research to study how well the pragmatically intended formal structures of organizations describe what is going on within them, and thus what unintended, unprogrammed, and thus informal structures tend to accompany them. As a structure prescribes the relationship among individuals and positions that they hold. As a process, the departmentation linking departments, defining authority and responsibility, prescribing authority relationships. As an entity, enterprise as a whole like company, corporation, partnership firm, hospital, university, and etc. As a group of people, refers to people composed of people who interact among themselves. The basic components of an organization. First, people. Managers and knowledge workers are individuals with variety of preferences for information and diverse capabilities for effectively using information provided to them. Task. This component can be defined as a mission or purpose of the existence of organization. Every organization is having a purpose of producing certain goods and services as an output. Technology. Technology of computer system continue to grow more and complex. Information needs of end users in the performance of their organizational task. It is intellectual and mechanical processes used by an organization to transform inputs into products or services. Culture. Organization and their subunits have a culture that is shared by managers and their employees. That is, they have a unique set of organizational values and styles. Lastly, structure. Organizations structure their management, employees, and job tasks into a variety of organizational subunits. However, information technology can also support a process of organizational redesign.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Jonalyn B. Panto from Oton Central Elementary School. My topic is about authority, structure, and organization. Who is Peter F. Drucker? Peter Ferdinand Drucker, born in November 19, 1909, Vienna, Austria, died November 11, 2005, Claremont, California, U.S. Australian-born American management consultant, educator, and author, whose writings contributed to the philosophical and practical foundation of the modern business corporation. He was also a leader in the development of management, education, and he invented management by objectives. Authority in organization and structure. What is authority in organization? Authority in organization, it is the power given to a manager or leader to act and make decisions within designated boundaries and achieve organizational objectives. An organization cannot exist successfully without authority. What is authority in structure? Authority in structure, the power of right to control, judge, or prohibit the actions of others. It is a position that commands such as power or right. According to Peter Drucker, there are three characteristics of an effective organization structured. First, the institution must be structured to achieve maximum performance. Second, it should contain less possible number of managerial levels. Third, it must be responsible for the testing and structure of future managers. Importance of organizational structure. An important factor in the ability of an organization to achieve its goals is its authority structure. If goals and authority structure are incompatible, goals must modify to the extent that means become parts of the goals themselves. Several organizational assumptions, such as that staff authority is generated subordinated to line authority, are analyzed in different kinds of organizations to show that in practice they must be modified the major goal of the organization.
Hi everyone, I am Marivic A. Villanueva, one of the teaching staff of Oton Central Elementary School. My topic is about classification of organization. There are types of organizations formed on the basis of relationships in an organization. Formal organization. This is one which refers to a structure of well-defined jobs, each bearing a measure of authority and responsibility. It is a conscious determination by which people accomplish goals by adhering to the norms laid down by the structure. This kind of organization is an arbitrary setup in which each person is responsible for his performance. A school is an example of a formal organization. According to Louis Allen, formal organization is a system of well-defined jobs, each bearing a definite measure of authority, responsibility, and accountability. Informal organization. It is an organization which is not established by any formal authority, but arises from the personal and social relations of the people. Everybody is assigned a certain responsibility for the performance of the given task and given the required amount of authority for carrying it out. Informal organization refers to the relationship between people in the organization based on personal attitudes, emotions, prejudices, likes, dislikes, and etc. Example, people of common language, forming group, association of people. Formal and informal organization helps in bringing efficient working organization and smoothness in a concern. Informal organization emerge from formal organization. Within the formal organization, the members undertake the assigned duties in cooperation with each other. They interact and communicate among themselves. Therefore, both formal and informal organizations are important.
What is nonprofit organization? Bring about a change in individuals and in society. Organizations that are affiliated with government entities such as in the areas of religion, science, research, or educational settings. Philanthropic mission, driven by dedication to a social cause or advocating for a specific shared view. Different purpose with the money earned. Uses the organization's earnings back to its efforts. Requirements for nonprofit organization status. First, serve the public. Organizations must share their financial and operating information with the public so that the founders, volunteers, and donors are aware of how their contributions are being used. Examples of nonprofit organizations that operate around such settings include universities, churches, national charities, and hospitals. Second, tax exemption. Nonprofit organizations qualify for tax-exempt status from the Internal Revenue Service or IRS, and this helps keep more revenues within the organization to help in undertaking their ultimate objectives. The nonprofit status is granted by the state in which the organization operates. Once it is granted the tax-exempt status, it is required to continually meet the compliance requirements with the relevant state agency. Third, non-political. Nonprofit organizations are barred from participating in political activities or incurring expenditures for political activities. They are required to maintain a nonpartisan approach, and they must not engage in political campaigns. If a nonprofit organization engages in political activities, it risks losing the tax-exempt status from the IRS. Peter Drucker's work on nonprofit organization. Apply this management expertise to the nonprofit sector. Drucker's comments provide a needed and trustworthy benchmark for CEOs and board members alike, regardless of the profit status of their organization. 5 essential questions used to address nonprofit organizations. 1. What is our mission? A mission cannot be impersonal. It has to have deep meaning and be something you know is right. Thus, every social sector exists to make a distinctive difference in the lives of individuals and in society. Making this difference is the organization's mission. 2. Who is our customer? For nonprofit leaders, they do not have customers. Rather, they have clients, recipients, patients, audience members, and students. There are 2 types of customers. We have the primary customer, the person whose life is changed through your work. And the supporting customer are the volunteers, members, partners, funders, referral sources, employees, and others who must be satisfied. They are all people who can say no, people who have the choice to accept or reject what you offer. You might satisfy them by providing the opportunity for meaningful service, by directing contributions toward results you both believe in, or by joining forces to meet community needs. 3. What does the customer value? According to Philip Kotler, a professor at Northwestern University, integrating what customers value is a structural process in an institutional plan. Leaders should listen to customers, accept what they value as objective fact, and make sure the customer's voice is part of the discussions and decisions, not just during the self-assessment process, but continually. 4. What are our results? Peter Drucker begins his discussion of question 4 by observing, with emphasis in the original, that results are the key to our survival as institutions. If results are our goal, they must also be our test. The goal is to achieve real impact, and measuring results as a tool for learning and for self-correcting in order to reach intended specified outcomes. We must ensure that our plans are designed in such a way that results can be measured, because as the father of modern management, He emphasized that the objective must be SMART. 5. What is our plan? The plan encompasses mission, vision, goals, objectives, and action steps to close. The organization must monitor progress in achieving goals and meeting objectives, and above all, must measure results in changing lives. The plan must be adjusted when conditions change, results are poor, there is surprise success, or when the customer leads you to a place different from where you imagined. Conclusion: non-profit organizations serve the public, providing a wide range of services to improve the quality of life of individuals or communities. They are often heavily staffed with volunteers or temporary workers with diverse skill sets who are strongly motivated by altruism. Peter F. Drucker's self-assessment tools and teachings in managing non-profit organizations are still used up to now, may it in business or social sector.